Hello everyone, Lawrence here with a brand new case. You saw this one in my Rise and Build video and now you get the full review. This is the Anidees Crystal Cube, a €150 glass cube case with a few tricks up its sleeve. The first trick is the I/O, which you can put on the left or the right side. There are dual USB 3 and USB 2 ports, a headphone and microphone jack, along with a reset switch and a fan controller. Now this fan controller can make your fan spin at 5 volts or 12 volts or turn them off for absolute silence. I love this. The left, right and front are covered in tempered glass. It's pretty dark tinted glass, so you may need to put in some lights yourself or use LED fans. I quickly removed the included 120mm fan and used my own. You have about 1 cm of vertical adjustment with the rear fan. There is also room for an 80mm fan to cool the second chamber. Quick disclaimer, this case fits e-atx power supplies of any length. I just use an SFX L unit because it's what I have laying around. Installing and removing the windows is super easy. 4 thumb screws hold everything in place and rubber hangers eliminate vibrations and keep the glass from falling off. One of the first things I noticed was how thick the glass is. It's 5mm compared to the usual 3mm. With the side panel off, we can see just how much room there is in this relatively small cube. It'll fit up to e-atx boards. Above the motherboard tray is room for a radiator and a fan, or 2 radiators and fans. You can put another radiator in the front and in the bottom where there's a dust filter. There's also room for a pump if it's not too tall, otherwise it'll hit your GPU. To remove the front, just yank it off. The side intakes have removable dust filters to keep the internals clean. To swap I/O sides, you just remove the plastic covers and switch sides. You may notice what looks like a 5¼ inch cover, and you'd be right. Just twist it out and now you have a hidden optical drive, or you can put a pump-res combo in there. Too bad you can't put the shield back in often. I used the included front plate to install 4 halo fans which look great. Behind them is more dust filtration. You can sandwich these filters or you can just install them from the inside because they're magnetic. There's more filtration on top, along with room for 4 120mm fans or 2 140mm fans. You can also go dual 240 radiators or use a centered 280 or 240mm radiator. Moving on, the second chamber is where you stash cables, drives and your power supply. You can even put another pump or reservoir tube here as well. The fan hub comes mounted to the motherboard tray, but my cables didn't reach all the way, so now it's just dangling there. The fan controller uses a Molex connector, which isn't my favorite thing about this case. Cable management is easy thanks to all the rubber grommets and zip tie hoops. You can mount SSDs to the motherboard tray on either side, and installing hard drives is as easy as undoing a thumb screw and swinging the cage open. This cage doesn't swing all the way open sadly, so if you need to install a new CPU backplate, you have to undo 4 small screws to remove the cage and access the CPU cutout. Building in the Crystal Cube is a breeze. It offers enough freedom for water cooling, but also for air-cooled builds like mine, because it even fits in up to a D15 with ease. Overall, I really like the Crystal Cube, and judging from the comments in my Rise and Build video, you guys love it as well. I think Anidees did an amazing job here in both looks and compatibility, as well as the price. For only €150 you get 3 tempered glass side panels, which are really thick. Everything is very well made and it's a really nice paint job on this case as well. If it wasn't for the Molex connector on the fan controller, I would have nothing to complain about, and that would make for a really boring video. Anyway guys, if you liked this one, please press that like button, and if you didn't, hit that subscribe button for when I make a video that you do like. If you want more frequent updates, you can follow this channel on Twitter, Instagram and Facebook. And if you want to really support this channel, there's a Patreon link in the description below. For now, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.